Session is live. Retire from session. Here we go. All right, so the race is on. Formula One 2016, the PRL underway. Here we go into turn one. They're 4 wide, now 3 wide, 2 Ferraris, 1 locked up. Virtual safety car already. We've got an issue. These guys are going to line up. They're not allowed to pass each other. Virtual safety car is obviously different from a regular safety car. But here they are. Yeah, I'm not racing tonight, Zeke. I'm watching. You do have to maintain a slower pace under the virtual safety car. It's very strange. I can't fully explain it to you. But they're not allowed to pass each other. Ooh. I hope that wasn't actual damage. I hope that was just maybe a little bit of lag or something we got going on. I hope that, but it doesn't seem like that. It seems like El Majaco is now 4th. Base Chief Ninja left the session. Problems there. Some sort of issue there. But that's his car. So here we go. The race is underway. The virtual safety car is off. Look at that Mercedes back up in the lead. Gordau, hometown boy, in 2nd place, but he's got the other Mercedes right there with him. A little bit of lag there. You saw that car teleport just a bit. He's looking to the outside. That is Dubsy in the lead. Like we were saying, El Majaco, a problem there under the caution. The virtual safety car was out, and he's under pressure from Nick Dahi. A little bit of lockup for Dubsy down into turn number 1. He's got the Ferrari right on his tail. Remember, Dubsy on the softs. He's the big winner right now. Look at that train of cars coming down. A few corners here, and they're going to get through the famous S's around the back portion of the course. Dubsy is the real winner here. On the start, Dubsy is the real winner. You're talking about a guy who qualified on the softs. Here he is in the lead with the pit strategy in hand. You can't beat the position that Dubsy is in right now. So let's go a little farther back. We want to look at this battle here. El Majaco behind the Ferrari. We had the virtual safety car. Unlucky to get some contact, was knocked back into 4th place. Base Chief Ninja lagged out of this game, so that gave him 3rd place back. But unfortunate for your pole sitter, who might have damage on that car as well. Not sure. He got hit in the rear, which is what spun him and relegated him to 4th place. And here you go. DRS zone is right there on the front. We got contact. Contact between the Red Bull and the Mercedes. Majaco and Dahi racing hard. You can see Dahi spinning the tires, getting off that corner. He's trying to get a run. As we were talking, that was a DRS zone. I don't think DRS is active yet. But down the Rector Principal and then the Rector Troncera, those are your 2 DRS zones. You're looking at probably next lap. Those are going to come into play. We're watching last year's points champion, PRL champion, Season 8, the American PS4 Championship. 1.1 seconds off the leader. Now he's closing in a little bit, looking at Gordau. Here we go, through the baseball stadium. The Mexican fans looking on at their man Gordau holding off the champion Majaco. But here we go. He's got the toe down the long front straightaway, 230 miles an hour. They will be in 8th gear when they get to the end. But who is going to come out of the first corner with 2nd place? He's looking. I don't think he's going to be able to get there. No go there on the pass for Majaco. No, Gordau's off. Gordau is off. See if we can get to him. Big mistake from the hometown hero. Oh, man. A little bit of a slide there, under braking, getting back onto the throttle. Gordau has fallen to 7th. You can see him locking up, getting down into the next corner. He's frustrated with himself. He knows he's got a quick car, was running 2nd, and a mistake has put him back into the field. He's got to be kicking himself, but it's not time for that. He's got to recover. Got to start turning some quick laps. He's got a couple of cars he's got to deal with now. Really, really unfortunate right there. Let's go a little farther back in the field. Let's check in on Bubba running 11th. We got a really, really good battle here. Bubba looking on the Williams. Not sure if that is Hoodius. It is Hoodius there in 10th that he's looking at. Behind Bubba is his teammate Mosser. And then behind them is Pat's guy in the other Williams. A couple Saubers behind them. See if we can get back up front. We're going to take a look into the Haas Formula car. Aaron Webb taking a look at the Renault there on the outside. Oh, he's going to try the over-under. Maybe he'll make it work, but he's on the outside of the next corner. Wow, what a power move there. Let's see if the Renault can get back up the inside. Here comes Gordau. Those two were battling, and Gordau says, sure, I'll take that. They're in the DRS zone. DRS is active for 2 of those drivers. It's going to work out for Aaron Webb, who's going to hold the position. Man, this is some close racing right there. Gordau wants to get around these boys quick. To get back in the top 5 quickly would be good for him. But right now, Aaron is looking good on those softs. Moved his way up to 5th place. The car behind him is Mebby in the Sahara Force India. Actually, he's in front of him. This is the 4th place car of Mebby, who has closed in on the rear of the Red Bull. You see the lock up there. That is a very quick car he's got there to be able to keep up with Mr. Dahi and the 2 leaders. Got a great battle for the lead. It's J-Dub there in the Renault that we were talking about racing with Aaron. Gordau breathing down his neck. But I want to get back up here to the front. Well, this is actually Base Chief. The cars, when you leave the race in these cars in the Formula 1 2016 game, your car will continue to race in a ghosted fashion. So Base Chief Ninja will be selectable, but he is actually not participating in this race. But we got a good battle for the lead here. You can see the heat coming off the back of these cars. Very hot day in Mexico City. We talked about the elevation. If these were real drivers, it'd be extremely hard to breathe. 7,500 feet. Oh no, we've got an accident. I got to get back here. That was Maybe who spun. He's in the grass and losing positions. You saw Gordau power by back to 7th. Oh, he's having a great run. One mistake is all it takes, and now he is back into the clutches of his teammate Nobsy in 8th, the Canadian, looking to pounce and take advantage of that mistake. Maybe he's got to get some good laps in him here. He's got to get those tires back under him. He was in the dirt. You know they're dirty. Make sure he doesn't have any sort of mistakes here and get back in the groove. He's got a quick car. He can get back up to the front. Actually, I think he might dip into the pits. He's going to take the shot into the pits first. And actually, we've got one of the leaders up there too. Take a look here. El Majacco has decided to hop into the pits. You saw him with the spin under the virtual safety car conditions, was on the super softs. He is now on the softs, comes back out into 7th place. Safely there. Doesn't look like he's going to have any sort of danger from the Sauber behind. Let's get back up to the front, see what's going on. Pork Chops down there in 13th. Dubsy, your leader. Everybody behind him pitted. We talked about Dubsy being on the softs. This is where it comes into play. He was in the lead. He's running quick laps. He's on the softs. He's going to last longer. So, his pit strategy has an opportunity here to be very strong. He can take charge of this race. Here we go. It is Aaron Webb running in 2nd place right now. He's 6 seconds back from the leader. Yeah, buddy. J-Dub in third in the Renault is going to hit pit road. He is followed by Gordau. Going to see who gets him out first here. He's steaming under that helmet. Steaming under that helmet. Very quick car. The Renault's going to come out first. Going to lose a little bit of time in the pits, actually. Thank you, Ferrari, for that. But Dubsy, pace in the field. We are on lap 8 of 36 in the season opening race. Race 1, season 8, the American PS4 Formula 1 2016 Championship Precision Racing League here tonight. Everybody in chat, I want to thank you for joining. Appreciate you stopping in. Feel free to share in this fun with me here in the chat. We'll be chatting all night long. I know my motor mouth never stops running, but don't let that stop you from talking. Be answering some questions. Anything else? Nuke wants to be my teammate. Nuke, I'm just the booth guy, man. Just the booth guy. My Formula 1 racing days are over, and they never started. Saw Aaron Webb there. I thought he made a move into the pits, but no. 7.5 seconds back. Both of those cars on the softs. We talked about the pit strategy. We got a race behind us, too. That's Majacco working Hoodius in the Williams. Hoodius on the softs. He's trying to make a jump up the rankings. The problem he's got, as you see, Majacco making the move, DRS enabled. Hoodius was a sit-and duck there. The problem Hoodius has is that those cars that pitted are running quicker laps right now. They've got fresher tires. And obviously Hoodius wasn't the fastest car in qualifying. But he's done the leapfrog. He's done what he needed to do. And now it's up to those cars that pitted to not make mistakes. Let's check the race director real quick, and we'll see some of these guys. You look, J-Dub in the Renault went to mediums. KWP and Maybe as well. Maybe's probably going to try and make an extra long run after his mistake. Gordau, Dahi, and Nobsby, they're on the softs. So those guys are the ones that Hoodius is battling right now. Hoodius has got to put down some quick laps to be able to keep those guys behind. So let's get back up to the front with Dubsy. Coming around into Sector 3 here. We're going to see what he's going to do here soon. I'm mistaken. That was not Sector 3. Nuke's asking Kyle if he needs a teammate now. You'll team with anybody, Nuke. Nuke's just a racer at heart, man. He don't care. Just let him race. Very, very smooth right now. Dubsy making it look easy. Making it look easy in that Mercedes. The number 6 of Nico Rosberg there. Obviously, Nico's moved on. But Dubsy's holding it down. You saw the Ferrari of Base Chief Ninja there. Ghosted out. Not a part of this race anymore. It's unfortunate because he had a quick car. Was running, what, second? Third? When he DC'd? Very unfortunate. Dubsy's staying out. Those softs are doing all right for him. Let's do this. Let's have a little fun here. Race director, we're going to take a look at Dubsy's times right now. 4th on the grid. His last lap, a 1 minute 22.0. Okay? So, not super quick. Not super quick. But nobody, look, nobody else is running on the super soft. So let's take a look at El Majacco. There's the difference. 1 minute 20.8. So there's your difference in old tires and new tires. So you're about a second, 1.2 seconds there. Nick Dahi, 1 minute 20.4. He's even quicker. So this is the gamble. Steve tried to chat with Hoodius. He's too focused. He's out there running, man. What is he, 4th right now? He's trying hard. So this is the gamble for Dubzu. This is the pit strategy. He ran the softs for a reason, so his car would last longer. But those other cars have fresher tires. They will be quicker. So when Dubsy pits, will he come out in front of his competition? That is the question. I know that, Nuke. Yeah, Steve, he is doing well. He doesn't have the quickest car, so he is trying to make the strategy work. The question is where he goes from here. Will he go to the mediums like we've seen some of the other drivers do, or will he go super softs? And for the guys that started on the super softs, of course, you only have to use 2 compounds. The guys that started on the super softs, will they go? Well, we've already seen them go to the softs, so does that mean they have another pit stop? Can you go one long run on the softs and then one long run on the mediums? That could be a really good pit strategy. That could take that 3-stop equation for the guys who started on the super softs totally out. That could really hurt them. So we are looking here at El Majaco, who is now your leader. We talked about it. Dubsy come in the pits and is 13 seconds back. Now he's updated here, 4 seconds back from your leader, Majaco. Dubsy is on the mediums. So Dubsy made the switch to the mediums. His teammate, now leading, El Majaco. We saw him running quicker laps, but he's got the softer tires. So let's see what happens here. We know Majaco's going to have to pit again. The question is, can Dubsy take those mediums for the rest of this race? What are you talking, 24, 25 laps? It's a lot of laps. It's a lot of laps. But we'll see if he can do it. We know he's going to be able to make those tires last longer. He's got to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes. Right now, he is closing the gap. And it's staying pretty close. Pretty close to even here. Gamers on a Rant, thanks for joining the stream, my friend. What's up? We are hanging out here. The season opener, Season 8 of the Precision Racing League American Formula One Championship on PS4. We've already seen a lot of action. We had a virtual safety car where the last year's champion, El Majaco, was hit, spun under yellow conditions, but now is back in the lead of this race off of his pit strategy. But he is on older tires, and his teammate Dubsy is very quick. We've got a real strategic battle going on right now. Let's go a little farther back. Nick Dahi has worked his way back into third place. And he has got the Haas machine of Aaron Webb right on his tail. 13 seconds back from the leader is the Red Bull of Dahi. And Aaron Webb looking to make a move here. Webb also made the move to the mediums. These guys are running the harder tires. They want to make them last longer. So we are going to see if he can make a move. Now, Dahi's tires are a little older. We know that the softs will run quicker laps. There we got another retirement. Looks like Ditch Witch is out of this race. Not sure if it was a disconnection or maybe had an accident. We can actually check that. Let's look at the incidents in the race director. There's your lap 1 collision. We've had corner cuttings. Maybe with that Nick Dahi, we saw that. Terminal damage on the Ditch Witch car. The Sauber must have made contact with the wall and is now out of this race. Gamers, it's going good, man. Having fun. This is night 1. Calling these races for the Precision Racing League. It's been a lot of fun so far. I do have a lot of fun doing this. It is a very cool thing that we get to do. And with the PRL, there's always so much excitement. So, it's hard to not love it. Hard to not love it. Right now, we got a really good battle going here between Aaron Webb and Nick Dahi, 2 very quick drivers. Webb's making that Haas machine work, even though it's probably not the chosen machine over the Red Bull. Here they go through the baseball stadium. Gamers, this is the coolest portion of this track. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City, driving right through a baseball stadium in front of all these beautiful Mexican fans. 230 miles an hour down the front stretch. You see the rear wing open there on Aaron Webb's cars, getting full use of the DRS zone. They'll go through these first few corners. We got a lock up there with Dahi. He's lost a lot of time there through the first few corners, and there's another DRS section. Watch that wing pop right open. Shorter run down here. This is the Ese del Lago section they are going through. Ese del Lago. Oh, we got contact between the two drivers. They were both able to save it, but it was really, really tight there. You saw the Haas machine fully sideways. He had that wheel opposite lock, saved it, and they continue on. Lost a little bit of time to the leaders, but these guys racing hard, racing fair. Let's move back up to the front of the field. El Majaco coming out of the baseball stadium around Nigel Mansell. Corner number 17 onto the front straightaway. Somebody crashed. Yes, we've had a couple of crashes. Looks like Dubsy has fallen back. He still scored his 4.3 seconds back, but that looks like a long 4.3, doesn't it? Let's go on board with Dubsy here. Let's see what he's seeing. He is working hard, trying to get up through the gears and catch back up to his teammate. He needs to make some good laps, but he's got those tires that'll last longer as well. Ese del Lago section here. Once he's done with this section, he will be looking at the famous S's. Got a lot of awesome cameras here too. You look, we have a bunch of different selections that we can go with throughout the season. I'm still getting used to the controls. This is day one with Formula One game for me, but there's plenty of things that we can do with it. This is the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, a famous and historic Mexican track located in Mexico City. This track actually named after famous racing drivers Ricardo and Pedro Rodriguez. Both of these drivers, Ricardo Rodriguez died in practice for the non-championship 1962 Mexican Grand Prix, and Ricardo's brother Pedro lost his life 9 years later. So they named the course after them. Here you go with an onboard. Get a look at those famous Formula One steering wheels. A little bit of lock up there, but he's catching him. He sees it. He just made up half a second on that last lap. He says, I'm going to use these tires and go catch him. I want to make it work. Dubsy hunting down the champ. More lock up there. He's pushing as hard as he can. Dubsy really making it work right now. And it is working. He is catching it. I do have some notes. I did a lot of research before the race. I do have some notes, though. It is very important. Myself, I am a racing historian. I enjoy history, period. But I do enjoy racing history. And this is, you know, a lot of Formula One tracks these days are actually new tracks, newly built. They're going to new markets. They're trying new things. But this is a track that they just started racing at again in 2015, but rich history all the way back to the 60s. So it's definitely important that we're able to talk about that as well. This is not the real life track, but it represents the real life track. So that's a rich thing we can add to it. Look at Dubsy. Look at Dubsy. He's knocked it down to 2.7 seconds. You know what that means. That means that Majaco's tires are going off. He's having trouble right now. Let's get up here with Majaco. Actually, we'll go on board with Majaco and see the difference. See the difference to his teammate. We saw lockup from his teammate. Majaco can't do that right now. A little bit of lag there we got with Majaco. We might have to hop out of his onboard camera. But he's not able to push as hard as his teammate right now because those tires will not allow him. Human encyclopedia. I don't know about that. I know a fair amount of racing history. Not really familiar with Mexican racing history, but I even enjoy research on this stuff. I really do. I even enjoy the work. But you see him. I don't want to say that Majaco is tiptoeing, but he is definitely being very deliberate with his movements. Those tires are not helping him at all right now. But he's going to stay out on him. No pit this time. His teammate coming up from behind. Not much left in that. 2.2 seconds. The gap is closing. Dubsy is chasing down the points leader, the champ. This is going to be a heck of a battle all year. I can see it. I can see it. These Mercedes guys are going to be fighting all year. It's a racing track in Mexico City, and it has turns. Yep. 17 to be exact. 17. So, 1.8 seconds. I hate to leave this. I hate to leave this because Dubsy is racing him down. He's reeling him in, and I know. I can't leave it. I want to go farther back in the field. Let's take a look at the race director real quick. I want to go further back in the field. Look, see, we missed this. Aaron Webb has moved around Nick Dahi. Maybe is recovering from his accident, his spin. J-Dub is up there doing work in the Renault. Hootie is holding on to 7th place. And then your hometown boy Gordell, who's still fighting after his problems. He had that big mistake running 2nd place. Still trying to recover, but unable to do so right now. So we've got a lot of really good stories in this race, but I cannot leave the leaders. There we go! Dubsy back into the lead. El Majaco into the pits. Let's watch. Quick stop. Mediums going on. Mediums. So this is a serious turn of events. Majaco is going to try and run the final 16, 17 laps here on that set of tires. Gamers, if you don't know Formula One, you can tell there are 3 different sets of tires available for use tonight. Those white sidewalls right there, that denotes the medium set of tires. And when we're talking about medium, soft, and super soft, it's a difference in hardness of the compound, of the rubber. The mediums are a harder compound, which means they're going to be a little bit slower, not quite as much grip, but they're going to last longer. They're not going to fall off as much. Super softs, the softest tire, they wear quickly, but they're fast. You're really fast, and then the time drops off dramatically. And then you've got the yellow tires. Actually, super soft were red. I wanted to let you know, if you see any red sidewall tires, you know that they're on the super softs. But your yellow sidewall tires are the softs, and that's the medium compound. Not medium compound, but it's the intermediate compound form right now. It's right in the middle. They're quick, and they fall off, but they don't fall off as much as the super softs. So we're watching that sort of strategy. You can look right here in the race directory, and you can see we've got one car on the softs, Nick Dahi, who is pitting right now. He's got to get off of those softs because they are old. You got one super soft down here with KWP. He's going to be turning really quick laps, but he's got a long way to go. Most everybody else is on mediums, trying to get to the end of this race. I'm going to do the best I can. What's up, Jacob? Hey, man. So we're watching Dubsy. Got a big lead on 2nd place. 2nd place, Aaron Webb. 13.7 seconds is the lead on 2nd place. Aaron's been on those mediums for a long time. You can see maybe there in the Safari Force India car holding on to 3rd. He had a half spin running through the grass. Serious issues in the middle of this race, but he is recovering well. 3rd place looking good. It might cycle out after the pit stops. He might lose a couple spots, but it's a solid run here. Ooh, we got one car off. That was the McLaren. Not sure if that was Bubba or if it was Brian Mosser, but he's getting out of the way of the racers. El Majaco there after his pit stop, now on mediums, trying to work his way back up. He's got to turn in quick laps. He has no other choice. 19 seconds back. He's got to really push, and let's look. Let's look at his lap times right now. I want to see what the difference is in new mediums and old mediums. Last lap was his lap out of the pit, so we'll check in just a minute. But Dubsy, last lap, was a 1 minute 21.466. Look at the consistency. This is where you get with the mediums. Consistent laps. Not super quick. We know these guys can run in the 118s. But look, consistency right there. 121. Those tires are not falling off. That's why the mediums are working for him right now. So we're going to go down here to Majacko. We know he just put on new mediums. 1 minute 20.3. He's running about a second and a half quicker than his teammate right now because those mediums are fresh. So that's the difference. That's the difference in the pit strategy right now. So let's get back to the action. We saw most of the front runners are on mediums. I didn't actually see, what did Dahi go to? I want to see what Dahi went to. He's down to 5th. He's on the mediums as well. These guys are going to try to make it to the end. The thing is, what we want to look at right now, okay, your race leader, Dubsy, has been on those mediums for quite some time. So the question is, can he really make it? What was it, 24 laps? We were thinking he was going to have to make it to the end. Those mediums could be really hurting by that time. Also, Aaron Webb, he's got even more laps on those mediums. He's not losing the leader very much, but you can see the cars behind him. They're starting to catch up. Now, another teaching moment here, gamers. These cars are equipped. What, buddy? Yeah. These cars are equipped with what we call DRS, Drag Reduction System. There are 2 places on this course that have a DRS zone. You just saw them pass a white line right here. This is DRS zone number 2. If a car is racing for position, we're looking at maybe right now. Behind him is El Majacko. If El Majacko is within a second of maybe, he will enable the DRS system. So when he gets into those 2 sections on the course, which are the front straightaway and the second straightaway, that will allow him to open his rear wing up, which obviously opening that rear wing up, you'll see a little flap open. Opening that rear wing up reduces drag and creates more speed for the car. Anytime you reduce drag, you're reducing downforce, but that's going to allow you to get down that straightaway quicker. If you're in that slipstream, it makes for a big effect. You're going to see cars really pull out and make moves. Oh, we've got a slip. We've got a slip there from maybe. They've already went through the DRS detection zone. I don't think he's going to be under pressure now, but it's not going to be long before he is under pressure from the champion, and the champion's going to have that DRS available right there. I don't plan on racing F1, Jacob. I plan on doing these streams, casting the PRL season. This is race number 1, so we're going to hang with them throughout all the races. I think I'm already having fun with it, though. This is already a bunch of fun. So I am very excited to be able to do this. We're watching this battle here. We see maybe is 15 seconds back, 15.7 seconds back from the leader. Second, third, fourth. Very, very tight battle here. Very tight battle. We know Aaron's on old mediums. Maybe he's got a little newer mediums, but he's still got more laps on him than does the Mercedes of Majacko behind him. Through the baseball stadium here. These cars are super close to each other. We'll probably see DRS once we come around this final section. This is the Nigel Mansell, turn 17. And there is the DRS section. Nobody close enough to use it right now. But it won't be long. There he is. Actually, Majacko's got it. You saw the flap on the rear wing open. So Majacko is using the DRS right now. He will hit the brakes. The flap will close. You can see the Petronas sponsorship on the rear wing of that car. Here's another white line right here. DRS zone enabled. The wing flap is open again. He's got less drag, and he has a chance to make a move here, but he's not close enough. But you saw the gap close. You saw the gap close right there. He used that DRS to close the gap, and now the slipstream is going to have even more of an effect the next lap. Majacko stalking maybe right now. But the thing is, if Majacko wants any chance of getting up there and fighting for the lead, he's got to clear these guys quickly. He cannot stay behind these cars for very long. And obviously, maybe is looking at a podium. I don't have any statistics on him. I think he's a rookie. Here we are with what could be a rookie in the PRL league sitting in a podium position. This is a great finish for him right now, whether he's a rookie or not. He does not want to let the champ buy him, but he might not have a choice right here. We might see a move right here on the front stretch. DRS enable. Here comes Majacko. Long front straightaway. They're going to be at about 220 miles an hour at the end of it. Can he make the move down into turn number 1? He's not going to be close enough because look, maybe was close enough to Aaron to enable his DRS as well. It's a defensive mechanism as well. That was big for him because if he wasn't close enough to Aaron, that might have put him into the clutches of Majacko. 14 seconds is the gap from the leader. These guys are actually catching the leader right now, but I can't leave him. I cannot leave this battle to go see what's going on with Dubsy at the front of this field. We've got to watch these boys right here because the action is going to be right here. Majacko's got a little bit of connection issues. We can see him hopping around there. Oh, we don't want to do that. We don't want to go idle. Let's get on the onboard camera. Look at the rear view mirror there. Look at what he's looking at. He sees Majacko. He sees him right there. He knows he's in for it. You can see the Ferrari up there. That's Base Chief Ninja. He is actually ghosted out. He's not a part of this race. He will not play an effect on the competitors right here. But here we go. Okay, maybe he's going to hop into the pits. He's not going to be able to make it all the way. He's got to get down to the pit speed. Very, very dangerous there. You don't want to make a mistake with that. So here's Majacko, DRS enabled because he had maybe in front of him. But he's not close enough to Aaron to make a move. He is very grateful that the pit stop had to be made there because it was going to be tough for him to get around the Force India car there. So he's still got the DRS. He's going to be looking to close in on Aaron. I want to get back up and look at the leader. While we have a little bit of time, let's get back up and look at the leader. He has placed the Ferrari of Gordau a lap down. Gordau, let's look at the race director here. We haven't got a chance to go through the bottom of the field. Maybe went on the soft tires, so he's going to be running some quick laps here late into the race. But Gordau, all the way in 11th, is now a lap down. So your leader, Dubsy, has lapped all the way up to 11th place. Still running quick laps. Actually, let's look. Let's make sure he doesn't pit. Let's look and see what kind of laps he's running, because we can do that. I hate that we lose the sound there. I feel like I'm yelling and then I've got to whisper. Look, he's still, oh my gosh, he's so consistent. He's so consistent. 21s, 22s, they're not super quick, but it's consistency. He's making those tires last, and that's what he needs because he can't pit now. He can't pit. If he pits, he's going to lose the lead. He's got to make those tires last to the end. It's got to happen. Aaron has pitted from second place. Majacko is 14.2 seconds back, trying to turn quick laps. He's got fresher, medium tires on, but he's got a long way to go. Long way to go. We're going to see what we can do here. He is catching the leader, but the leader's going to be trying to lift a little bit. He's going to try to use some of that gap because he's got to make those tires work. He's got to save them. Also, with these Formula One cars, that's the idea, gamers. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not always successful, but that's what I'm supposed to do. One thing we've got to look at here, these cars can also adjust their fuel mixture. So you start the race with enough fuel to finish the entire race, but you can adjust your fuel mixture. You can keep it on standard, which will use the projected amount of fuel that you have. You can turn it to rich, which will use more fuel. And you will go a little bit quicker. Somebody's had some damage there, a little bit of debris there through the Nigel Mansell corner. You can turn it to rich. Okay, leader's in. He couldn't make it. Dubsy couldn't make it. He had to relinquish the lead. Dubsy couldn't make it on those tires, but look! This is why I love this. He's on the super softs. He's on the super softs. Oh man. Oh my gosh. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be an exciting last little bit. The super softs probably have anywhere from 1 to 2 seconds on the medium set of tires. This is where the strategy comes into play. He knew the mediums wouldn't work, so he comes in, he makes the stop to go onto the super softs. He's got the quick tires. His teammate couldn't do it. His teammate couldn't put on the soft tires because he had to go longer. He had to make the mediums work. But now, Dubsy is going to chase down the champion with the red sidewall super soft tires, and he's got 7 laps to do it. 7 or 8, actually. Yeah, the rich fuel gets you going a lot faster. You also use more fuel, too. You can't use it for the full race or you won't make it to the end. You can also turn it down to lean if you really need to save fuel as well. Crotation, what's up, my friend? Thanks for joining. So let's go down. He wants to know what the gap is. Right now, the gap is 5 seconds. 5 seconds is the gap from first place to second. And let's hang right here with Dubsy. I'm going to put, look at this. I'm going to put the controller down. This is the race, people. This is the race that we're watching right now. Dubsy with the soft set of tires. He's got a 5 seconds behind the champion of El Majaco, his teammate. He's got to run him down. One of the best Formula One PRL drivers there is. But he's got to run him down, and he's made a half second through Sector 1. A half a second through Sector 1. Dubsy is catching the leader. And he's got 7 laps to do it. We're going to watch Dubsy here. I told you I set the controller down. You can see the hands. We're not leaving this. We're not leaving it. I am very excited because this is going to be very close. This is going to be very close. Now, Dubsy cannot afford any mistakes. He cannot afford any mistakes. But he's got to push. 3.4 seconds. The gap is closing at an accelerated rate. And Majaco can see him coming. Majaco can see him coming now. He may be a small speck in the rearview mirror, but it's getting bigger every single second. He knows his teammate's coming for him. 3.2 seconds now. He knows he's coming. He's a sitting duck. Dubsy is Jaws, chumming in the water right now, trying to get to his teammate, trying to get to the champ. And he's doing a really good job of it. No mistakes, Dubsy. We can't have any mistakes. We want to see a really, really tight battle here at the end of this race. 2.6 seconds. The gap is still closing. While we're watching here, let's check the race director. I want to talk about some of these other guys. The race at the front's been too good. We know Dubsy's on the super softs. Dahi's on the super softs. Maybe. Great run right now. On the softs, on the podium right now. Aaron Webb in 4th. He and Dahi are racing. They're racing really hard right now. J-Dub, Hoodius, Gordell, Brian, Nobsy, KWP, Porkchops, Pats, Bubba, Base Chief, Ditch Witch are out of this race, but we are watching the race up front. And let's look. You see how close it is. It's down to 2 seconds. They're coming out of the baseball stadium through Nigel Mansell. It's close. He's going to be in DRS zone very soon, probably in the next lap. 1.5 seconds right now. 1.5 seconds right now. Wow, we're in for a treat. Everybody, I want you to hold on to your pants, your hats, your drinks, whatever you got, because we're about to see a late battle for the win here in Mexico. This is race 1. Race 1 of Season 8. The PRL American PS4 Championship. You can see the excitement. You can see the action. He's 1.1 seconds back. Those red sidewall tires just cutting like daggers. It's like those red sidewalls are blood. He's cutting through that gap up to his teammate and the champion. He wants to make a statement here, but you can't wreck your teammate either. You can't. Oh, yeah. He is sliding. He's pushing with everything that he's got. Half a second. He's in DRS zone. They're going in. Baseball stadium right here. He's going to have a shot. He can't. Oh, he's real close. Watch that front wing. He's going to have to make a move here on the front stretch. Majaco's a sitting duck. Oh, he's got to be sick right now. He had the lead. He had a large lead. He's a sitting duck, though. There's the DRS zone. It's enabled. Here's the move for the lead. Can he do it this time? He's looking for the lead to the inside of turn number 1, and Dubsy's got it. Oh, but here he comes back on the outside. They're too wide. Multiple corners. Dubsy's got the lead. He's got the lead. He passed the champ, and he's still got the DRS enabled. He's going to make the gap right now. That's the pass for the win. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff. You see a little bit of lag there from Majacko. He's going to try and race him back. But right now, he's got to save it. He can't make a mistake and ruin a second-place finish. Every driver out there wants to win. But right now, the man with the speed is Dubsy. And look at the gap he's putting on him. Look at the gap he's putting on the champ. A second and a half already. Oh, my goodness. He didn't wait long. As soon as he got there in the DRS zone, Dubsy made it happen. He made it happen. We've got 3 laps to go this time. Majacko is out of DRS range. Right now, yeah, Dubsy is very fast. Very fast right now. He's on that super soft. Majacko knew the score. It was going to be hard for him to hold him off. And he tried on the outside of turn 1 to get to the next corner, which he had the inside line on. And even though he did, it didn't work. It did not work. Here they are in the Recta Trancera, down into the S.A. del Lago. The gap is continuing to widen. The only thing that Majacko has hopes for right now is that Dubsy makes a mistake, or maybe he's hurt those super soft tires in that challenge, climbing back up into the lead, but I don't think that's a true danger right now. I don't think it's a true danger right now. The gap is stabilized there at 2 seconds. It's stabilized there at 2 seconds. Here we go. He's still sliding that car. He's still pushing it. He knows the champ's there. He can't give the champ much. Let's look at the times. We'll take a check. We'll look at the race director. Thank you, buddy. It's hard to get to the bottom here. We're out of the action now. 120.8. Come on, get down to the bottom. 121.2. Big difference in the times still. Big difference in the times. So, they're on the penultimate lap. I want to try and hazard to move back through the field. Maybe, who is 15, 16 seconds back from the leader. On the podium right now, that's a McLaren behind him, not a pass for position. He's trying to salvage this podium finish. Aaron is way back, 43 seconds in 4th. Maybe has no pressure. That's why he's not pushing it very hard. Nick Dahi in 5th, 46. He can still get up there to Aaron. Here's J-Dub in the Renault. Very good run right here for J-Dub. 6th place right now. Behind him is Hoodius, having his best run in the PRL Formula One League right now. Very happy with that finish. Here's your hometown boy. He's frustrated right now because he was running 2nd and had a spin, but Gordau running in 8th. Brian Mosser in 9th. He's the one up there battling with the 3rd place car. You got to make sure he's a lap down. You got to make sure he doesn't have any contact there. We got Pork Chops in the Sauber. Almost 2 minutes back in 10th. Pat Sky in 11th, 2:08. This is his rookie start here in the Formula One League. KWP, very fast Project Cars driver in the Red Bull. He is running in 12th. Sorry, he's in the Scuderia Toro Rosso. Nobsy, the Canadian, back in 13th. Bubba in the McLaren, who is in 14th, getting passed by the leader right there. You can see the lead battle. He's getting out of the way, doesn't want to cause any issues there. And that is your run through the field. This is the final lap. Here is Dubsy through the S's. He's made a fantastic run. Started 4th on the softs. Got the lead early, held on to it, made his pit strategy work. And here he comes for the final time through it. Look, The confetti's in the air. The Mexican fans are cheering through the baseball stadium and into the Nigel Mansell section for the final time. He's going to come down the front straightaway, see the checkered flag, and Dubsy takes the win in round 1 of the PRL American PS4 Series. What a great run there. He's done a great job, Dubsy. Second place car has already taken the checkered. Here's Maybe on the podium. Fantastic run for Maybe. Great job. Like we said, not sure if he's a rookie or not, but either way, great finish for that Sahara Force India. So here we go. Aaron Webb, 42 seconds back from the leader, going through the baseball stadium right now. It was an exciting race. Absolute fantastic strategy with the tires. It's been a while since I've watched Formula One, but I would argue that they don't even see as exciting finish as that. Nick Dahi doing a little bit of celebration with the 5th place finish. He's happy with it. Must have not felt like he would have had that much, but he was very quick. J-Dub here crossing in 6th. Behind him is Hoodius with his best ever finish. I'm sure Hoodius is over the moon right now. Here's your hometown boy Gordow finishing the race, and there it is. Hey, buddy. What a fantastic race. It was, gamers. It was. I really enjoyed that. And there you go. The Mercedes team dominates the race. Dubsy and Majacco. Majacco, of course, was your pole sitter. You see the grid positions. Maybe started 6th. Aaron Webb, 9th. Hoodius from 12th. A lot of big movers in this race. And we even had some big movers going backwards as well. Of course, Base Chief Ninja with the early DC cost him big time. Ditch Witch down there with his contact with the wall put him out of the race. But Dubsy, the man of the night, Dubsy takes down the champion in race 1. His teammate making a strong statement for the season right there. So here you are, the Australian, and those are both Australians there, Majacco and Dubsy. Strong statement from their entire team right there. But Dubsy was just a fantastic race. Aaron got a speeding penalty drive through.